honestly, the play calling is amazing. Like our coach, our offensive coordinator is up there in the booth. He's a genius. He sees the whole field and knows exactly what to do every single play. So I'm happy with the play calling. I've always been happy with the play calling. I think it's perfect for our offense and our tempo.
I think the defensive play calling wasn't as sharp as it should be. Like we need to recognize their plays better so that the line can prepare better for what's coming to them.
I think this game was a little bit rough on the inside. Which is why our outside runs are just knowing your rules and knowing what your job is on every play, because people are messing up on simple stuff. It's all mental mistakes. Like they shouldn't have scored twice.
I think maybe our defense, sometimes we get a little bit sloppy at times. Yeah, sure, we correct them, but we gotta make sure we close the door, shut it, make sure there's no mistakes.
How was your personal performance this game?
I thought it was okay. Defensively, I didn't set the edge enough, and I let them get some big runs to the outside. Offensively, I thought I ran the ball pretty well. Had some good cutbacks across the field, and my lineman blocked really well for me, so that was good.
Okay, so how did the team do this game then?
We played okay. They're a big physical team. We just need to come out firing sooner, and we just got to play as hard as possible and keep pounding away. It's just a tough game. They're a good team. It's a tough matchup.
Okay, so what was a mistake that the team did this game that you think shouldn't have happened and that has to change?
We had a couple of false starts and delay of games. Penalties can't happen. They kill drives. And we just got to, especially me and the other running backs, got to make sure we keep hitting our blocks on our outside runs and just make sure we keep making holes for our other backs.
Okay, and for the next 2 games, what would you like to see happen with the team?
I think we just need to keep putting our head down, keep putting work in, keep playing physical, and, just keep giving it to them. We got to get 2 more wins. Hopefully make the playoffs. We'll see. But just got to keep playing hard.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course, thank you.
I think you did this game personally.
There's a lot to improve on, especially in the first half. We did not execute like we were supposed to. We missed a lot of blocks. I missed a lot of throws. So we got a lot of work on for this week.
Okay, so you said you missed a lot of throws. There are a lot of players who did end up dropping your balls, and I asked you last week how you can improve on that in practice. So for the next 2 games, what should you do more to make sure that you can complete passes properly?
I think that the drop balls were my bad for the most part. I could have given them a better ball. Most of them were really high, so I got to work on myself, just bringing the ball down, giving them a more catchable ball, and I think they'll catch it just fine.
Okay, so yeah, Aryan got injured, so anything about that, like,
I mean, he's a huge part of our team. Like, he's everything. He means a lot to this team. He's a big leader, and he's a big part of practice and games, so we just hope he's okay and he's ready to go before the end of the season.
Yeah, hopefully. And then what can the team do as a whole to make sure that for the next 2 games we can get back on track?
I think that we really just gotta put this one in the past and dial in during practice and just focus on the next week, and I think we'll be fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how was your personal performance this week?
I feel like I put my heart out, every play on the field is just, I'm a senior, so it's my last night.
What about the team performance, though?
The team performance was great, honestly, in my opinion. We played every snap great like we should have. Even though most of those plays didn't come out on top, we played like we played our heart out, and I feel that we're going to play our heart out every game from now on.
Okay, so the team got some false starts. There are also some muck punts and fumbles. How do you think the team can change that in the future?
Starts with practice. You know, you got to come out winning it in practice. It's not just a game that you got to perform on. You got to perform in practice, and I believe that this team, when they have great practices, we have great games. So it starts with practice.
Yeah, so I noticed there was a problem with like warming up along the sideline and getting cold. How do you think the team can improve that in the future?
We just need to follow our warm-ups, you know? It's not just seniors that need to lead, it's everyone on the team that's gonna lead. We all pick each other up, so therefore when we go on the sideline, when we're cold, we need to start picking each other and letting each other know, like, let's get warm, because every play could be our last.
And then how can you and the team do well for the next 2 games?
Next 2 games, like I said, again, it starts with practice. Practice, like everyone says, practice makes perfect. So we're gonna capitalize starting tomorrow. We're gonna come early and we're gonna capitalize on our flaws that we did tonight. Overall, the team's gonna do great in these next 2 games. We're gonna sell out for each other and we're gonna come out on top.
Okay, so you said practice tomorrow. You practice over the weekends now as well. So yeah.
It starts, like, we have a culture here that we live in the mornings. On Saturday mornings, we come in and we reflect on the game, and we reflect just with us, you know, the varsity team ourselves. And that's just the culture.
For the locker room atmosphere after the game, how was that?
The locker room sometimes can get tough, especially after a loss. But in these losses and failure, it really uplifts us. Like, it lets us know how strong we are and how strong we can be for the future.
Thank you.
So the first thing I wanted to ask was, how do you think you did on your punt returns?
This is my 7th game doing punt returns. So this is on my Bears team. I originally was punt returner, so I have experience. But I think I did well on my punt returns. There's definitely things I could have improved on. I made some mistakes during some of it, but because of my lead blockers and all my blockers on punt return, I was able to get some yards.
So how do you think you can improve your punt returns?
Definitely recognizing and catching the ball in the air. I've been practicing a lot recently. So I made one mistake where I was supposed to let it go out of bounds. So just recognizing the ball in the air and getting under it is my most improved, what to improve on.
So what are your motivations for doing your punt returns?
Motivations, well, my motivation in general for football is my grandpa. He died last year of COVID. So I play for him, and my dream is to get to college free. So yeah.
So how do you think you did overall in the game?
Overall, I definitely could have done better. I think I did well for my first couple punt returns, but I definitely could improve in the next few games.
So what are some things you could work on before the next game?
Realization while the ball is in the air while I'm catching. Definitely more practice. We're going into Dublin in the next few weeks, so I really got to work on that. And yeah, I think that's about it.
So how do you think the team did overall?
We fought the whole time, and I'm really proud of the team. We really fought and never gave up during the game, even though we had some, difficulties in some of the game. We definitely fought through, and we never gave up, so I'm proud of the team.
What are some things you think the team could work on?
We could definitely work on, we've all been working on improving our practices recently. So our practices, they dictate how the game goes. If our practices go bad, then our games don't go well. So improving our practices every day is a goal we all want to work on.
Field goals for high school football. So what was your motivation for scoring the field goal?
Basically, just leaving it all out on the field. It's my last home game as a senior, and I really just wanted to leave it all here, try my best, and that's what I did.
Okay, so literally your 6 points were the only points scored by the team. So how do you think the other parts of the team, the offense, defense, can improve?
We all worked hard. We all did our part that's it. We all tried our best. It's unfortunate how it ended, but we all tried.
Okay, and then for the next 2 games, what are you going to work on to make sure, or you personally, and what do you think the team should work on to make sure that DV can turn this around?
I'm probably gonna work on just keeping my head clear, so that I can stay consistent with my field goals, and the team could definitely work on more motivation from the sidelines, just hyping each other up, because that really gets the team going.
So personally, how did you do today?
I think I did okay. I made a lot of mistakes, a couple missed tackles. I was there, but missed the tackle. But I did make a lot of good plays as well. Overall, it's kind of average performance. Could have been better, but not that bad. Okay,
so you made a lot of tackles. Most of the time it was you tackling for your team. What was your motivation today to get that many tackles?
My motivation, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to get play on this field in this jersey, so I didn't want to have any regrets coming out of it.
Okay. How did the team do today overall?
The team kept their heads up. They fought better than I thought. We just couldn't get the offense going, but defensively we fought pretty hard. We were really close a lot. A few plays make the whole game.
Okay, this is our 3rd loss on a 3 losses losing streak. How do you think the team can turn it around to win their next 2 games?
I think next week we are going to bounce back. We're going on a road trip to Mills on Millbrae. We got a lot of motivation for this one. This next week's game keeps us in the playoff hunt. We win that one, we're in great shape for our final game of the season, hopefully more in the postseason.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.